Hello peasants, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Going Medieval. I played this in the very early access stage, but now it's on the full release in early access. Full release on early access. Yeah, I know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna take a quiet spin through a bit of medieval action and see where it gets us. Lovely. New game. Right, we're going to go standard, obviously, difficulty normal, obviously, and then we'll go new life, which is the default one, and that's perfectly fine. And then I need to come up with the old country. Now, I've put together a bit of heraldry here, see, and it's going to suggest the name of the town. It's Borax is the name. That's Bor, see, axe, yeah? No? Okay, fair play. And then, of course, the universal symbol for unluckiness, which is an inverted horseshoe. How do you know that upside down is unlucky? Because all the luck falls down to the bottom, you see? See, any luck that was stored. I know, it's not what you know, it's apparently what you know. So anyway, this is, Bor, Axe, which is a fine name for a town. And you know what? This is as good a place as any to set up. So I'll set up and we'll get this show on the road. Right, now I'm a firm believer in running with what you're offered, so we've got Margaret's here, who's going to be Mags, and she's tops. Well, she's rubbish at carpentry, great at cooking, I mean, just great, and that's a good thing. Good at cooking is fine. Melee, loves it, rubbish at it, smashing. Smithing, same. Loves it, but, you know, mangles everything she makes. But, you know, that's fine. Everyone should have a hobby. Then you've got Eric Dufay. And he's going to be Fay Dufay, which is a far more interesting name if you ask me. Animal handling, yeah, okay. Tops at medicine, good. Tops at melee, also good. Absolute, every night he goes to sleep, dreams about carpentry, and yeah, you can't get enough of it. Well, he's going to have to have gotten enough of it because I'm not about to let him loose on. I probably will, actually, to be fair. And then we've got Stonild, who's going to have a far more usable name of Stony Nash. See, I've instantly created some characters out of them because I'm not allowed to change their surnames for reasons. Anyway, there we go. And Stony is a bit of a marksman, does the medicine. That's what, arguably, we've got too much medicine going on. And tops at speechcraft as well. And can cook. And you know what? The more people who can cook, the better. Standard, new life, valley, all that business. Tutorial. I know how to play games. It's fine. Alright, let's pause on up here and see what we've won. Well, we've won this bit of land. What's going on over there? Those are... I don't know. What's that? Oh, it's that's a bit of lumpy hillside business. All right, fine. First job, let's let them have access to all of this gubbins. No, it's not allowed that. I'm going to have to do this the hard way. I could do that, allow it, and then do this. No, it's trying to select Fae, you see, and that's not working for me. There you are. Allow all of that. You can have access to all this business there, people. All right, there you go. Smashing. Right, now I need to make sure that they're correctly assigned some jobs, which at the moment I'm going to give them a dab of leisure time. No, that's work. Okay, leisure time. There you go. You can have an hour off in the morning. You can have an hour off at lunch. Yeah, and then in the evening you can have 3 hours off. All right. Use the time wisely. The rest of the time, work. Nope, nothing else. Just work. In fact, no. Shall I let them have? Shall I move it? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let you have 10 o'clock at night until 11 o'clock. You can have that time to yourself as well, but you work before that. All right. Look. I don't make the rules apart from the rules that I actually make. So there's that. We've got nowhere to store resources. Oh no. That's okay. We'll soon rectify that. I'm scoping the area for somewhere suitable. Because what I've tended to do when I've had quick dabbles to try and establish a little bit of understanding of the game, and I've always built a fairly rudimentary storehouse to get started with, and I'll tell you something, it's not really cut it. A flipping big storehouse to get started is the way to go, because then you haven't got to upgrade it, or some kind of modular thing. Yeah, but for starters, we'll stick a stockpile about there. just so they've got somewhere to put things. I'll bulldoze it as soon as I've put some plankage down. But we'll get them a house so that they can live in. Yeah, because people tend to be happier when they got a roof over their heads. So we'll kick that off about there. Let's go with 7. Yeah, is that enough? Yeah, 7 will be fine. A 7 by 7? No, let's go 7, 11. Odd numbers. Odd numbers important. That way you can put the door centrally in a wall. Now that's not in any way mandatory, but it is helpful. Now the only downside of this is going to use 154 wood just to put the flooring in. But I don't want to have to tear it down and rebuild it again later. So we'll waste the time now on getting that done. And then later on, we'll probably improve on things. Anywho, next job is prioritize doctor. Yeah, you can be you can be doctor number 1. You can be doctor number 2. There you are. I know you love it, but that's not important right now. You can be our hunter since you're digging it the most. And Stony, you can have a bow, which I'll do in a moment. Construction skills 0. You know what? That's not for you. Just don't build anything. You know, I'll put you at a 5. Construction 2. Construction 0. Oh, goodness me. Alright, well, Mags hasn't got another job at the moment, so we'll put you on Construct 3. Faye, I think you're it. Okay? Congrats. Our doctor and construction agent. One of you is going to have to get good at growing plants. Alright? Just get your head around that as a concept. And it's going to be you there, Stony, which means that you also score harvesting. Yeah. And cutting of plants. Alright, and that means that I'm going to abdicate you of most other, and a bit of cooking as well. Yeah, I'm almost going to, tell you what, you can be cooking 2, you can go cooking 1. You like the carpentry. Alright, fine. Since you'll learn it quicker, given that you dig it the most, you can get involved. You can go 2s on those. Anything else? I haven't got anyone who's so stupid at the moment I should put them on hauling. But that's okay. Have I got anyone who's even slightly intelligent? Mags? Yeah. Hasn't got any other jobs. Okay, Mags, you're going to be our researcher when that moment rolls around, which it will do shortly. I think that'll probably do the job for now. That should keep them occupied. Right, who's me hunter? Hunting is Stony. Alright, and then we want to manage them. Right, undrafted stance is neutral. We don't want you running away. I'll let you run away when the time comes. Right, Stony, talk to me about your weapon preferences. I think we said ranged for you. You can go ranged, and then Mags, congrats, you go melee. Although, I'll be honest, it would be very useful to know actually what your skill set was right now. Thank you. Mags, because I've got one of you who's absolutely top rate at melee. You love a bit of melee. Oh, fine. Faye, how about you? Is an absolute bonanza at smacking things with stuff and things. All right, cool. And then Stony, you've got ranged. How do you feel about the marksman? Yeah. The headgear, you can all, if you can find a hat, wear it. You probably won't be able to find one though. You two can both have whatever shields take your fancy, and as for armor, you can all have whatever armor you can get your mitts on, and hopefully that will make you suitably happy. Let's get a show on the road. That should do enough for now, because our first aim is going to be get the floor down here, slap some beds on it, put some walls over the top of it, bosh, that's the bedroom. And then the second job is going to be to get the research bench up. Equally bosh, research. See, all of that stuff. I've got the afterburners on at the moment because this is the important bit. Oh, hold on, we ought to build a campfire. Otherwise, we'll run out of food before we know what's what. Now, as for my storage yard is going to be about here, and it's going to be flaming enormous. I want one nice big handy looking storage facility, so we'll slap the campfire about there. I'll also assign a stockpile for rubbish, which can go about here. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a trek, but I want it out of my face, so you know, that's good. We're going to be clogging up this this clay pit if we're not careful. Yeah, but how much do I genuinely care? Right, okay, put a... Now, do we want door on the outside, door on the inside? I don't think you'd need a planky floor. Okay, door on the outside. See, that's it. Part of what I do here is I take all of the internal debates that one may have as a player of video games, and I take them external. See? Mags is now construction level 1. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, feeling it. Try not to use up too many resources while learning. But, you know, I freely admit that that's something that's quite likely to happen. No. How do I stop that from happening? Like that. There you go. Yeah, you see, I thought I had the right line, but I didn't. Window. Thank you. Turn it around. Slap in there. Good. Yeah, we're interfering with this, but I'm reliably of the opinion that we'll be able to find somewhere else as well. And this is the very latest in housing. Yeah, there you go. Lovely. Bit of windows, bit of doors. Arguably not going to be much use until we've got some walls in. But we'll get those happening next. I'm probably going to need to hack a few more trees down before we can make this work. But I'll get them booked in anyway. Oh, I'll tell you put it on afterburners, it rips through. Which is pretty much what you want, I would have thought. Yeah. Yeah, sorry gang, you're on the floor tonight. Tomorrow I'll make amends and have something slightly more luxurious for you to reside in. But for now, floor or now. Yeah, I know you're unhappy, but that's on you. Well, is it? Yeah, it is. Right, let's chop down this dead stuff, because we're going to need it. Yeah, dead stuff. Choppy chop chop. What are you, dead? Yeah, get chopped. Thank you, autosave. The MVP there, turning up for duty. Yeah, we'll allow him to grab that. What else have we got nearby? Oh, look at that. Nice bit of pine. Yeah, have a bit of a piney smell in your bed chambers. Ideally with fewer than the usual amount of needles going on as well. But we'll see what's what. What's this lot? Clay? No, you what? Clay is a forbidden substance in my dojo. You shall not interface with the clay. Certainly not at the moment, anyway. Right, they're all scarfing stuff down. Let's put a build order on this. Now, I only need to... Yeah, let's go until we have 10. Should do. Yeah. Keep 10 meals in stock at all times, and that's all of them fed for 3 days, should the chef keel over and have a moment. Which obviously is something that we anticipate happening at some point. There you go, stick those on there. I want to get a roof on. But I tell you what, before we get a roof on, let's cheer them all up here with some sleeping action. Later on, they'll have some better sleeping action, but it's always good to have some sleeping action available, just in case new people turn up and they kind of go, ah, this lovely village is the place for me. What do you mean I've got to sleep on the floor outside? No, that doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. You're going to go, it's all right, you'll be fine. But you know, these things, they take time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and at the moment, neither was this village. Say that, this village isn't going to be built in quite a few days. It's going to take, several to get to that point. Do we want a brazier? Yes, but we can't have it because clay is still a forbidden substance. Do we want to give them a nice wooden table? Not really. They'll be happy about it. No, stuff being happy about it. You can have a backgammon table. That's what every civilization requires early on. Is a dab of backgammon. Okay, yeah, right. We're now at the point where we've completed all of the build orders that I have. So let's bung a quick thatchy roof on the top of here. 104 hay. Hey, yep, yeah, very good. Yeah, I haven't got 104 hay though, so we're gonna have to deploy some scythe action to get that in the operating procedures. There you go. Do a bit of this. How about that? There you go. Get the hay on, people. I think your beds require it as well. So maybe a little bit less backgammon and a little bit more hay gatherage, and you don't have to sleep outside on the floor this evening. And you'll have a roof over your head. And if you're jolly lucky, a home-cooked meal of swede. Yeah, it's one of the things that we all aspire to. Don't fail it, because we haven't got the materials available for you to just kind of go like, "Oh, broke it again, Gov. I really love a bit of construction," as the whole thing falls apart. This is what you don't want as your band of willing followers who are out there going, "Oh, we're going to set forth on a new life and everything's going to be brilliant." You bring anyone who can build? No, but I've got a couple of avid DIYers. Ah, good. And no YouTube to refer to neither. They're just going to build. We're up. Good. Well, show me the turn the roofs off button, which is up here somewhere. There you go. Right. And we've got beds. We've got beds. We've got a roof. So now I'm going to turn my attention very temporarily. Hang on. I can't remember if you can actually move these. Talk to the beds. And that can be copied or blown up. Yeah. Well, look, it's cheaper than get research on the go. It's cheaper than building a dedicated facility for it, even if it disrupts people's sleep for now, because then we can make some bigger progress. Also, let's get these mushrooms harvested before the mushroom pixies come and abscond with the lot of them. And a few of these berries and some more of that. That'll be enough for now. Phase up to level 4 on the construction. That's good. Everyone knows that level 4 is where you can start to get your city and guilds and maybe an MVQ level 2. These are fairly low level qualifications in the UK. Doesn't mean whether you're good or not, but it's more about, they're fairly basic level stuff. You only start to get good at it when you do it properly. Right, research table's up. We've put the research to research. We've got some cooking going on. Oh yeah, it's all going swimmingly. And with all of that taken care of, we're now going to work on the ruddy big warehouse. And I'm gonna build it in a modular fashion, but we need architecture, you see, before it's going to pay off, because we need wooden beams. So I haven't got to build flaming great walls all over the place. That's 11. You think 11's wide enough? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go 11 by 9 to start with. Yeah. That's 100 and lots wood. Yeah, it is. It's going to be great. When it's done, people are going to go, "Ah, you've built me a warehouse of the gods." And I go, "Well, I possibly wouldn't go that far, but hey, no, I'm glad you approve of it." Incidentally, we do now have Architecture 1 available. That gets us beams. Yes. And then everything will go well. Mag's there, hectically studying away to find out the secrets of the universe, so that we may things and stuff and what have you. Right, chop this bad boy down, and this bad boy as well. It looks pretty bad. Chop it. In fact, let's get most of these trees out of the way, as long as they're mature or dead. They'll come back. We work a sustainable forestry system here, with our all wood economy. It's only all wood because I haven't got steel available, which would be my preferential building choice. I'd like to see a bandit get through that with just a wooden club and a fierce demeanour and a poor upbringing. Yeah. There you go. All right, okay, they're all Sparko, so we'll afterburners through till morning, and then we should be set. Oh, it's a pleasantly misty evening, and then I ought to think about next steps insofar as housing and workshoppery are concerned. But you don't overextend. That's the trick. Early on, is don't put too many jobs in, otherwise they half-ass all the jobs and you get none of the jobs actually done. You kind of go, "Oh, you're leaving me dangling here, team." Yeah, Mags is just mad for it. Kind of goes like, "You mean I haven't got to do any more manual lifting or what have you?" Oh no, that sounds dreadful. But yeah, that's worked out quite well. Are we armed? Mags has got a steel sword. Nice. Faye's plumb out of luck, and Stoney has got a good short bow. Cool. This works for me. Yeah. Come on, chaps, get this down. In fact, I'll tell you what. I'll set up the your agenda, and then you can get to work and make it happen. So we're going to have a bit of that and a bit of that, and we might probably, well, I say might, we're going to need one in the middle, and then we'll go down the far end there. Now the thing is, I don't know if that's too wide for a for my truss system that I have in mind to actually cope. No, it's all good. No, the beams are happy. Sweet. Okay, there you go. And once they got the floor in, I'll designate that as the new storage zone. Apparently, I've got some research available. Have I? Agriculture. Perfect. Because then we can start towards a little bit of self-sustenance. Now, I want me fields. Let's go. Oh, you want a big bit of green? Here's a big bit of green. That is quite a decent sized bit of green. Okay, all right. Well, look, let's keep it basic. We'll go with double issue cabbage patch to the tune of 24, I think. 26, 26, 26 cabbage. Oh no, that's mud. That's a cabbage free zone. Unfortunate, but I'm going to allow it, and then we'll wait for them to be fully deployed, and then we'll start doing the same with what do you mean? Where are you going, Stoney? Job's on, mate. Job's on. Now is not a time for backgammon. I don't care if I have allotted this as a you're free to lark about time. Get to work. Yeah, let's go back to the schedule. Yeah, you see, there's a whole lot of do whatever the heck you please in here, and I'm gonna deploy some of this as you don't get a say in the matter, and then we'll have the same sort of mid-afternoon there as well. A couple of good, that's 7 hours, well, 8 mandatory work time, and then you're free to do whatever you please in a couple of hours, and then you are mandated to be enjoying yourself the rest of the time. Frankly, if you were working all the time, the days would just pass far more readily, and you'd feel good about life because you'd accomplished much, or rather, you were still alive, and therefore you felt like there was a sense of accomplishment going on. Yeah. Right, there you go. That's going to wrap it up for today. We're going to persist with this for a little while, and we'll see how it goes, shall we? But for now, I'll get all this done, and then we'll pick up the action. Sweet. Thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe if you fancy it. If you don't fancy it, well, you know what you can do with yourself. And I'll be back soon with more. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Yeah, I know, it's me mucking about with some survivors of some kind of apocalyptic something or other, and then we're building wooden cabins again. I love a bit of post-apocalyptic survivors building wooden cabins and the occasional cabbage field. Makes me feel alive, and it's exactly my kind of game. Absolutely love them to bits. How long are we going to stick with this one? Don't really know. I guarantee you 4 parts. Right now, 4 parts. Guarantee it. But will we spin the wheel on 8 or 12? Don't know. But I think 12. If it goes to 12 and we're happy, then we'll cap it there. Unless it goes absolutely bananas, in which case all bad. Tell you what, I've no idea. There we go. Let's go for that. What I will tell you though is that next up in the standard series, there are 3 standard series on this channel, and those are Transport Fever. They are Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And SimCity. City Skylines, same thing. Yeah, imagine a good SimCity, City Skylines. Right, yeah, and those will rotate. So next up in rotation is Soviet, and that will come when there's not something that could be described as the new hotness waiting to, you know, tickle me fancy a little bit. So providing nothing turns up before we're done being all medieval and what have you, then Soviet will be coming. That's next up. Guarantee it. Promise you. Absolutely guarantee it. Absolutely. Unless something changes. Probably won't, but it might. But it won't, but it might. So you never know. There you go. Honest information that you can barely trust, you can probably find elsewhere. The best read on the day, as it is right now, you can find here at the end of every episode. I thank you. I'm Colonel Failure. I'm out of here.